Hello, welcome back to Greatest Love Ministries. This is Pastor James Hargrave. I want to talk a little bit about how the Freemasons, through Joe Biden, might be coding or foreshadowing an attack on the 27th, 26th and 27th. If you remember, the 27th is the 9th of Av, 27th of July, 2023. It's also a 666 date, 6 years, 6 months, 6 days from when Obama left office, which is a possible reading of Daniel chapter 9. But let's go back to what Joe Biden said the evening, which if it was after sunset on the 19th, October 19th, 2008, Sunday, it would have been considered the 21st of Tishri. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but bear with me. The 21st. Tishri is the New Year month for Jews and Hebrews. So their January, so to speak, their January 21st, the 21st of the January, which is a coincidence. It's interesting. But let's look at this quote again from Biden. This will be when Biden was campaigning for the ticket of Barack Obama and Joe Biden as vice president. It will not be 6 months. He mentioned 6 months. 6 months before the world tests Barack Obama like they did John Kennedy. The world is looking. We're about to elect a brilliant 47-year-old senator, president of the United States of America. I don't know if that could be a play on words. If Obama becomes the 47th president after Biden, that could be what's implied in here, why he's mentioning his age here. The United States of America. Remember I said it's standing here. I mean, why would he mention it? His age. Unless there was some other meaning possibly to it. That's how these people are. Remember I said it's standing here. If you don't remember anything else I said, watch. We're going to have an international crisis, a generated crisis to test the mettle of this guy. I can give you at least 4 or 5 scenarios from where it might originate, mentioning the Middle East and Russia as possibilities, which we got both of those going on today, 21 years later. I mean, not 21 years later, 14, 15 years later. And he's going to need help. And the kind of help he's going to need is he's going to need you, not financially to help him. We're going to need you to use your influence within the community to stand with him. Because he's going to do a coup and take over as a dictator, and it's going to be unpopular. Because it's not going to be apparent initially. It's not going to be apparent that we're right. So this was, he said this in 2008. So it's not apparent initially. This hasn't happened yet. But when they put out Operation Blackjack, which we'll go to that slide right here, January 12, 2009, Blackjack, 21 years from 9/11. And here it talks about June 20th. June 21st is when the agencies get notified of the potential attack. The bomb happens June 22nd, 8:03 a.m. That can also stand for Anno Mundi, which could be year 5783. Drop the 0 and you get 83 Anno Mundi. Year 83. We are in year 5783. So that's all interesting. Now let's go over here to the dating of the Masonic records. I'll show you this document. You can pull it up. This is all on the web. Let me just do this a little quicker. The dating of the Masonic records. He talks in here. He's a Mason. 33-degree Mason. And he talks about how they code years, how they code months. Now let's go to the month coding here, because I'll show you something interesting. I've talked about this before, but we're going over it again. Because they are shadow banning me in my videos. You might, if you get to see one, you're very, very lucky. I don't believe in luck, but it's providential that you get to see them because they're blocking me. Anyway, March is the first month code, first month of the year, but also June is the first month code. So June 22nd. And then we notice the Hebrew date of October 20th, 2008. That's when both Biden and Collin Powell gave their remarks. The 21st of Tishri, or we could say the 21st of Hebrews, January, the 21st of their first month. Then we can go to Collin Powell. This will be on Meet the Press. This was the 19th. The problems will always be there, and there's going to be a crisis come along in the 21st or 22nd of January that we don't even know about. The 21st, 22nd of January. Now let's look at January. He was, we assume he was talking about, well, first let's look at October 2008. If you look at that dating of the Masonic records, you'll read in there, there's a special code for dating months and the days of the month. With the Masons, Monday is the first day of the week and the month. So this begins, their October would begin October 6, 2008. So if something happened on the 20th, how the coding works, you add the 20 to the 6, and it's really talking about the 26. Let me show you another example of that. 2009. They were talking about 2009, January, the 21st, 22nd. Here, January, Monday, the 5th, the first day of the month, first week. And so you have to add this 5 on. The first 4 are with the previous one. Those are December days, not January days. So you get here, if you say January 21st, 22nd, and if you apply that to January 21st, 22nd, you get the 26th, 27th of January, 26th, 27th. Which can also be June, which also can be March, which also can be January. So he's talking about that, they're talking about the 25th or 26th. Then let's look at 2023. Let's go to June of 2023, because this is initially when I thought it was going to happen. Let's look at June. The 5 again, similar to January of 2009. The 22nd, if June 22nd, they said it happened on, you go 5 days, it'd be the 27th. But according to some of the coding, which I think I was mistaken on, this is a marking point, June 22nd, 2023. It's a marker, but then from there you go out 5 weeks. You go out 5 weeks to the 26th, 27th of July. It's not clear so much why you did that, but the 27th could be because of what Joe Biden said here. It shall not be 6 months. So 6 months, let's do time and date. You know, you got to add on from the 22nd, you know, Collin Powell said the 21st, 22nd of January 2009. What is it in X days? Let's just do this from January. You know, we could say January 22nd plus 5 days. It'd be the 27th, 21st, or 26th. You got 5 days to 27th. And then from the 27th, it shall not be 6 months. That would fall exactly on the 27th. July 27th. Trump will go 26th. Look at the Christine Lagarde speech, the Magic 7. She said, I don't know if the G7 or G20 will have anything to do with it, but I hope the IMF has something to do with it. And she talked about the IMF being set up 70 years ago, dropped to 0, you have 7. G is the 7th letter of the alphabet, so basically you got 77 and 720. Maybe the 7s are merged and that they're both G's. So 727 if you add the 20 and the 7 together, or you compress the G20 and the G7, you drop the 0 and you get 27. In any case, you can make an argument for the 27th and that Joe Biden prophesied this event and that Barack Obama would be the 47th president of the United States, which hasn't happened yet, and the crisis from the Middle East and Russia, which is happening right now. We have a crisis in Ukraine. We have a crisis with Iran. And then here the commentator says he meant presumably Cuban Missile Crisis Kennedy, not Bay of Pigs Kennedy. Exactly. Cuban Missile Crisis. So this is going to be nuclear. And it's going to be a crisis so that the people turn over more and more of their rights, and including shredding the Constitution even further in the Bill of Rights, to this dictatorship and this tyranny. And the people are stupid enough to do it. And the ones that aren't are being silenced, like I'm being silenced. My videos don't get out at all, but I'm doing them anyway. Don't even really particularly know why. Thank you very much.